Hello everyone, I welcome you all to KRLM CBSE School online classes. In previous class we discussed first 6 problems of exercise 7.1. So today I will continue with 7th problem of exercise 7.1, and this is the diagram they have given for 7th problem in exercise 7.1. And here what they are asking, AB is a line segment. This AB is a line segment and P is its midpoint. This P is midpoint of line AB. So here I will write P is midpoint of AB, and D and E are points on the same side of AB. D and E, D and E, sorry, D and E are points on the same side of AB. So D and E are on the same side of the line AB, such that angle BAD means this angle. Angle BAD equals to angle ABE. Angle ABE means this angle is equals to angle ABE, and angle EPA, this angle EPA, this angle EPA is equals to DPB. DPB means this angle DPB. Show that we have to prove first one, triangle DAP is congruent to triangle EBP, and second, AD is equal to B. This AD is equals to B. So here angle EPA is equals to angle DPB. They have given this. To prove this, triangle DPA is congruent to triangle EBP. First, I will consider angle EPA is equals to angle DPB. Angle EPA is equals to angle DPB. They have given this. Now, what I will do here, I will add angle DPE to both sides. Angle DPE to both sides. So here, angle APA plus angle DPE is equal to, like this only I will add angle DPE here also. Angle DPB plus angle DPE. So here we are given this angle EPA is equal to angle DPB, and if I add angle DPE to both sides, then now also these two are equal to each other only. Why? I am adding angle DPE to both sides. So here angle in diagram, see here, in angle EPA, here angle EPA plus angle DPE means what I will get? Angle EPA plus angle DPE means angle DPA. This is the complete angle. Angle DPA. And here Angle BPB, this angle, plus angle BPE means what I will get? Angle EPB means this complete angle, this angle. So here angle EPB. So I will consider this as 1. So now to prove this in triangle BAP and triangle EBP, what I can write here? First, they are given BAD is equal to ABE. BAD means this angle is equal to this angle. So now I can write here angle PAD, DAB triangle. Angle PAD is equal to angle PBE given because these two angles are equal to each other. Now I will write AP is equal to BP. Here AP is equal to BP because this P is midpoint. They are given that P is midpoint of line AB. Therefore, I will write here AB side AB. Sorry, side AP. This is AP. Side AP is equals to BP because P is midpoint. AP is the side of triangle DAP and BP is the side of the triangle EPB. So here side AP is equal to BP while P is the midpoint of line AB. So now again angle DPA here. This angle DPA of triangle DPA, this angle is equals to EPB. EPB means this angle of the triangle EPB. So here I will write from 1 what we got here. Angle DPA is equals to angle EPB from 1. So here we prove this. Now triangle DAP is congruent to triangle EBP by angle side angle ASA, angle side angle. So we prove first one, and if triangle DAP is congruent to triangle EBP, then we can say that AD is equal to BE. This AD is equal to BE. Why? Therefore, side AD is equal to BE. How? By CPCD. Because these two are corresponding parts of congruent triangles. AD and BE are corresponding parts of these two congruent triangles. See here again. So here they have given P is the midpoint and this angle A is equals to angle B, and here these two angles BPD means this angle and APE this angle. These two angles are equal, and we have to prove these two triangles, triangle DAP and EBP are congruent, and we have to prove that AD equals to BE. So to prove this, already they have given that angle A is equals to angle B and P is the midpoint of line AB, therefore AP is equal to BP. So we have one side of angles or corresponding angles equals to each other. Here A is equals to B and here these two sides are equal, and we should have another pair of angles or another pair of corresponding angles should be equal to each other. To prove that a triangle BAP is congruent to triangle EPB. To prove this, what I did, so here to prove this, I proved angle APD or DPA here. DPA means this complete angle is equals to angle EPB. Angle EPB means this complete angle. So if these two angles equal to each other, I proved here in first. So if these two angles are equal, then in triangle DAP and EBP, so angle A is equal to angle B here, and AP is equal to BP, and from one we can write this. Therefore, from angle side angle, these two triangles are congruent to each other. If these two triangles are congruent to each other, then we can say that AD is equal to BD, because these are corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So this is the seventh problem. Next, I will continue with eighth problem. So this is the eighth problem, and they are given this diagram. And in right angle triangle ABC, right angle triangle ABC, right angle at C. Here C is right angle, means angle C is 90 degree. Therefore, I will write here angle ACB. Angle ACB is equals to 90 degree. M is midpoint of hypotenuse AB. M is the midpoint of hypotenuse AB. Therefore, M is midpoint of AB. C is joined to M. This C is joined to M and produced to a point D. This is produced to a point M. And produced to a point D such that dm is equal to cm. Here C is joined to M and produced to a point D such that dm is equal to cm. They are given that dm is equal to cm, means m is midpoint for CD also. Point D is joined to point B. Point D is joined to point B as shown in figure, and we have to prove first one, triangle AMC is congruent to triangle BMD. So here we have to prove triangle AMC. This triangle is congruent to triangle BMD. This triangle. So to prove this, first I will write AM is equal to BM. Here this AM is equal to BM. This side of the triangle AMC is equals to BM, which is the side of BMD. Therefore, AM is equals to BM. Why? Here they are given M is the midpoint of AB. M is midpoint. So now again angle AMC is equal to angle DMC. Here angle AMC means this angle is equals to angle DMC. DMB or BMD means this angle. These two angles are equal. Why? Angle AMC is equals to angle DMB. Why? These two angles are vertically opposite angles, and we all know vertically opposite angles are always equal. Vertically opposite angles. And now we can write CM is equal to DM. Here DM is equal to CM or CM is equal to DM. CM is the side of triangle AMC and DM is the side of this DM is the side of triangle BMD. Therefore, CM is equal to DM given. So here side by side angle side triangle AMC is congruent to triangle BMD. So here therefore triangle AMC is congruent to triangle BMD by angle side angle. Sorry, side angle side. So here I will write SAS. So by this we can write AC is equal to BD. This AC is equal to BD. Why? AC is equal to BD. Why? These are corresponding parts of congruent triangles. These two are corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Like this only, angle ACM means this angle is equals to angle BDM. Angle BDM. Angle ACM is equals to angle BDM. Because these are also corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Next, this is the first one in 8 main question, and in second question we have to prove angle DBC is a right angle. This angle DBC is a right angle. We have to prove that in second question. Angle BBC is a right angle. Right angle means we have to prove that angle DBC, this angle is 90 degree. We have to prove that. So here we all know angle ACB is 90 degree. This is 90 degree, and this BD is parallel to AC. So here, what we can write here? They are not mentioned in problem that BD is parallel to AC. They are not given BD is equal to AC. But we can prove that BD is equal to AC by using these two angles. Angle ACM, this angle ACM, and angle BDM, this angle. These two angles are equal here in first main, because these are CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. ACM is equal to, this is the angle ACM is equal to angle BDM. So here if these two angles are equal, then these are alternate interior angles. Angle ACM is equal to angle BDM, means these are alternate interior angles. If these two alternate interior angles are equal, then we can say that BD is parallel to AC or DB is parallel to AC. Here I will write DB is parallel to AC. If these two sides are parallel, then only alternate interior angles are equal. So here these two alternate angles are equal by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Now, if these two sides are parallel to each other, then we can say that angle ACB plus angle angle DBC, ACB means this angle plus angle DBC, this angle. How much you will get? 180 degree, because these two are co-interior angles, and we all know sum of co-interior angles always equals to 180 degree. So here, if it is 180 degree, angle ACB, here they have given angle ACB is equals to 90 degree. They have given this angle ACB. This is 90 degree. Therefore, 90 degree plus angle DBC is equals to 180 degree. Now, angle DBC is equals to 180 degree. I will move this 90 degree to other side. 180 minus 90 degree. Therefore, angle DBC is equals to 180 minus 90 means 90 degree. If angle DBC is equal to this angle DBC is equal to 90 degree, then we can write that angle DBC is a right angle. So this is the second one. Next, in third one, what they are asking, here I will write triangle DBC is congruent to triangle DBC is congruent to triangle ACB. Triangle ACB. DBC is congruent to ACB. So to prove this, first I will write DB is equal to AC. DB is equal to AC. This DB is equal to AC. We will prove this in first problem only. In 8th main first problem. We have written AC is equal to BD because these two are congruent parts of corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Therefore, this is proved in first problem of 8th question. DB is equal to AC. Next, I will write angle DBC is equal to angle ACB. This angle DBC is equal to angle ACB. Angle DBC is equal to angle ACB. So here each angle is 90 degree. So here they are given angle ACB is 90 degree. And in second question, we calculated angle DBC, which is a right angle means 90 degree. So here, these two angles are 90 degree means each angle is 90 degree. Now again I will write BC is equal to DB. So here this BC is base to these two triangles. BC is common to triangle DBC and triangle ACB. Therefore, BC is equal to BC, which is common to both triangles, means triangle DBC and ACB. It is common. Therefore, this is side by side angle side. You can write triangle DBC is congruent to triangle ACB by Side angle side means SAS. So this is the third one. Next remaining fourth one. We have to prove CM is equal to fourth part we have to prove CM is equal to 1 by 2 AB. This is the fourth one. So if triangle DBC is congruent to ACB, then we can write AB is equal to CD. This AB is equal to CD. Why? These two sides are AB and CD are congruent corresponding parts of or corresponding sides of triangle DBC and triangle ACB. Therefore, here I will write DC is equal to AB is equal to DC. AB is equal to DC. What one? I will solve it here. If these two triangles, third name, if these two triangles are congruent, then we can write AB. This AB is equals to the DC. Because these are corresponding parts of congruent triangles. What are those congruent triangles? DBC and ACB. So here AB is equal to DC. Then you can write AB is equal to 2CM. AB is equal to, in the place of DC, I will write 2CM because this M is the midpoint of DC. Therefore, CM is equal to dm. Therefore, in the place of dc, I can write 2cm to prove this fourth one. Cm is equal to 1 by 2 ab. So here, in the place of dc, I will write 2cm. 2cm means it is equal to dc only. Now, I can write here to prove this. I will move this 2 to the other side. Therefore, here it is CM is equals to, if I move this 2 to other side, it becomes 1 by 2. CM is equal to 1 by 2, remaining is AB. And so CM is equal to 1 by 2 into AB. So this completes exercise 7.1. I hope you all are clear with all the problems of exercise 7.1. Try to practice all the problems. And in next class I will continue with exercise 7.2. Thank you all.